Hello everyone, and welcome to another series of Riiviewmo. We did this once about 7 months ago to recount the games we played throughout the year. We're doing it again for the games we played for the first half of 2017 that we think deserve recognition.
What he's really saying is there was a pile of games I wanted to review here, but he won't let me.
I would sooner swallow the microphone than let you review a phone app where you can earn coins by dressing up in things you can't afford, yet to buy those things and look way better in than you do in real life.
I'd sooner shit an organ than let you deprive the viewers of every game we've played.
Fine. Let's agree to disagree, even though I'm absolutely right.
Yay! Let's go! Becoming understandably annoyed by Niantic's broken promises, empty handfuls of hope, and quickly falling usage rates, the Pokemon Company decided to take back their series in the form of...
Another mobile game?
That's right! Not enough mistakes were made by the series in mobile form through Niantic, now the Pokemon Company itself has to mess it up.
Okay, I'll give it a chance. What is it?
Collecting figures of about 200 Pokemon across the first 6 generations to fight each other.
In a Yu-Gi-Oh! Hologram type of way?
In a smacking two amiibo together type of way.
Son of a muffin.
The battles are decided by, wait for it, a spinning disc.
In a if it's a tie, let's randomly decide this kind of battle?
And this is every single battle, and a Xerneas will lose to a Weedle kind of battle.
What the shove?
The game board table thing consists of 2 summoning points for you and your opponent on your respective sides of the table board thing. From those 2 points on your own side, you can summon your 6 Pokemon. If these 2 spots become blocked, you can no longer summon Pokemon to the field.
This sounds completely broken in so many ways.
The funny part is that it is. I should not win in 6 turns, and my fucking Keldeo should never lose in a battle to a Weedle, ever.
I mean, you could just throw out a Charizard if you want to be super effective against a Weedle, right?
Oh, here's another funny part. The type advantages don't exist in this game.
Okay. But at least I can collect all the figures and stare at their mobile graphic limited beauty, right?
Wouldn't that be wonderful? Well, the Pokemon Company doesn't think so. They only let you hold 50 figures at a time, and expansions cost in-game currency. Collect them all. Through timed boxes only available through microtransactions or their hideous online battle mode.
Well, it's been fun, everyone, but I think we can safely say Pokemon will never exist in a mobile market.
Before you knock it, try it. Here, I put it on your phone.
And use Throw. It's super effective.
Hey.
It's my phone. But why, though?
This game broke us. This was the first game we played this year that actually managed to break us.
But why, though?
Because the story threw elements at you that either didn't fit, didn't come back, or didn't show up to make the game any more interesting.
But why, though?
Time constraints. Oh, wait, no. Indie developers. Lack of budget. No, shit. Wait, indie developers. Pressure from a bigger company. Nope. Indie developers. Huh. I'm really not sure.
Okay. I think I'm but why thou'd out. We're good. This game is artistically interesting, some interactions with other characters are engaging and thought-provoking, and the rhythm-based minigame Night in the Woods forces you through multiple times even though you should just be able to choose to break up the band because who wants to do this more than...
Why'd you stop? I think it's funny when you get faster when describing stuff.
I'm waiting for you to use your one talent.
Oh. F***ing.
Once it's a piece of garbage that should never made it into the actual game! Whew. I think I'm speedy talked out too.
Artistically good choices, few fun interactions between characters, and the somewhat relatable main character are not enough to save this title from the repetitive play, the very few major plot points that move the story forward, the forced dialogue, events mentioned from characters past that would have been way more interesting to see but were only briefly mentioned, and the fucking Guitar Hero.
Overall, not worth $20. 10 at best. What's that? 7-hour runtime? Really? Never mind, $5 at best.
I'm the only other one here. Who were you talking to?
My interest in Night in the Woods.
Heh!
I don't think we need to say much more about this game that hasn't already been said. Why does this Riiviewmo exist then? Because James just had to write it.
I'm right here.
Good, you can hear my criticisms of you in person then.
And you can hear mine of you.
Yeah, but no one wants to hear those. They'd rather hear about how this entire game is basically what the first day of summer is. Beautiful, amazing, and the reason to get through the rest of the year. Breath of the Wild doesn't chew you up and spit you out. It invites you into its air-conditioned home and asks you, what would you like to do today? And to which your response will be, everything. But you won't just respond. You'll do everything because you think you can. Want to climb that mountain? Do it. Want to fight that monster? Do it. Want to stop playing? Too bad.
It's a wholly unifying experience between story, adventure, dungeon exploration, weapon and armor collection, HP management, and incredible render distances that will put every other open-world adventure survival game to shame. Breath of the Wild is a breath of fresh air that stays fresh no matter how many times you breathe it in. Is it still fresh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. When the brush is cleared and anger is ignored, the Switch had a pant full of pleasant and interesting launch titles. Two really stood out, however. One we cover somewhere else in a Riiviewmo, and Snipper Clips.
Combining the two things that keep James's attention, colors and shapes, this game becomes an enticing and challenging puzzle game for any and all ages, from gamers just starting out to those like James and I.
Better at this than your average puzzle solver?
No. Puzzle solvers who accidentally find the answer while one tries to mess the other up. This game even comes with a mess each other up mode in the party section. Someone really thought ahead with this game and they deserve a high five.
Cut yourself into different shapes to fit the dotted lines, press a button, or hook a balloon from the sky so your brother can pop it. This game is fun from Snipper to Clipper.
Is that your unofficial name for these two characters?
I originally thought Snippy and Clippy, but that wasn't adorable enough, so they needed something to match their almost mirrored appearance.
I will allow this. For now. Anyway, it's a great launch title and will cushion the blow of the Switch itself and open your world up to one of the many things the Switch is capable of, actual fun.
The 1980s were a great time for gaming. Zelda, Mario, Sonic, and other great games I'm intentionally forgetting because we only have less than a minute to review these so you can get to the next one.
Yeah, that's why. Blaster Master Zero is a faithful remake of the original Blaster Master for the NES that mirrors the visual style and, I would assume, the fun that was had with this gem from the 80s.
We have never played the original or any of the sequels until now, but I can safely say this game probably blew minds when it came out. The controls are fluent and solid, power-ups are not in abundance but are fun as hell to use, and I totally went, okay, I love this. I love this already. Look at this. This is adorable. I love this. When I first figured out you can pop out of the tank and be your own man.
Yes, he did do that. If you doubt me, rewind about 15 seconds.
For the $10 price tag on the Switch and 3DS, this game outdoes itself for what it's worth. Most $10 games won't even fetch you 10 hours of fun, adventure, or enticing graphics. Even a $20 game only affords you a story that throws details at you that would have been fun to play through.
An art style that destroys the ability to decipher genders of characters, which become important later.
And fucking Rock Band knockoff minigames that you can't skip and you're bad at! Are we being subtle enough yet?
You're loud. I think James is trying to kill himself.
No, I'm adding in games that deserve to be conversed about, and Domina happens to be one of them.
Looking at some other games in these Riiviewmo, I guess you're just including every game you played this time, huh?
Not demos, and not demonic, god-awful, unplayable flaming pieces of garbage.
Alright then, what is Domina?
Pixelated gladiatorial combat that will challenge your micromanagement skills, your money management skills, and your reflexes.
Oh no, you bought VR, didn't you?
No. I may let a sickening pile of bile drill a $20 hole in my pocket, but I won't let VR do anything to my face. Yet. Domina hands you warriors you can win in fights that you can then train up, armor up, and weapon up to fight in more fights to win money, wine, and food. Satisfy your overseers with wine, feed your warriors, fight, repeat.
Sounds like a game to pass a few hours, if nothing else.
You're so mean to games you haven't played yet.
You're mean to jokes I haven't said yet.
That's 'cause you're dumb.
Argument disregarded due to the word cuz.
Fuck you. Yeah, got him.
I'm starting this one off because this game is legitimately good. Like the kind of good that you wish AAA companies would see the intelligence in and employ, but don't, because if you walked into their boardroom and said, Robot Gladiatorial Combat, they would ask you, are you high? And make you work on Call of Duty.
Clone Drone in the Danger Zone is a robot gladiator slice in good time. Grab your laser sword, gut a robot, then go back for your upgrade. Get a hammer, get a bow, get fire breath, kick things into other things, or build a friend.
This game stands high even among games like Breath of the Wild and ARMS, and I wouldn't be surprised to see this on any actual game journalist / reviewer's top 10 games of the year.
Did you just issue a challenge?
I gave an ultimatum. James is currently trying his best to write a funny joke to base this Riiviewmo on, but he's failing miserably. This short 1-minute script went through more drafts than the Paper Mario Color Splash script did. That's kind of sad, but this game isn't. Use Your Words is a quick-fire comedy game that rewards points based on votes of the audience and other players. If you've played Apples to Apples, Cards Against Humanity, or any Quiplash, this game will feel familiar to you, but at the same time new and fresh.
I've got the joke. Whoa. I've got the joke. Did you do this one without me?
Yep.
I am physically unable to describe the gaming experience that this game offers. This is a literal trip through the good times, the okay times, and the time when something fucks up for zero reason except to be metaphorical.
That was a 5-syllable word, and I'm not sure if James is okay after saying it.
I'm more okay than you think I am. What Remains of Edith Finch is a trip through the memories of a member of the Finch family as she goes back to a house that has been in her family for about a century.
I am not a fan. In fact, this was written before I even played the game, so my lines had to be rewritten while recording. James likes to guess my feelings about games sometimes.
Andy was not a fan, which is okay. I mean, not everyone has to like masterful storytelling, intuitive background design, and fluid solid controls. That's why everyone loves that ET game, right?
This game is more walking simulator than it is murder mystery story. Even at that end, the whole game is just a confusing mess of controls that should work and others that don't. Why do I have to use the control sticks for some actions but not all? Pick one or the other.
Now, I'm gonna go find some solace, for I found out from this game that I am a terrible person.
I'm not. I'm okay with what I've done.
I'm not. Where's the corner? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe delivers the fun and frustration the original did on the Wii U, but with features added and fixed to make it a breed of its own.
A legitimate battle mode with actual battle courses and extra battle modes, more characters, and the addition of driving help features offer a brand new experience that could wholly be defined as a new Mario Kart game.
In essence, it really is Mario Kart 9, or it stands to be the pinnacle Mario Kart game.
We even get to see the return of King Boo. I mean, who doesn't love to hear that demented Boo laugh while they chuck a red shell at a single balloon-clad Inkling?
The Inkling, I guess?
I admit to having a hard time throwing an item at something I love so much, but it does have a new sense of satisfaction after playing the better battle mode in this game.
Now, if you'll excuse us, we have many more races to lose and a golden Mario to get. Eventually.
200cc is the devil incarnate.
Damn Skippy.
Oh, how wonderful, how elegant, how positively powerful!
Yeah, what are you doing on your phone?
Learning which colors beat other colors, which weapons beat other weapons, and the difference between infantry, armored, flying, and cavalry.
I thought you were done with high school. Why are you trying to find a clique to fit into?
No, James, this is Fire Emblem Heroes, the best mobile experience Nintendo has done to date, next to that Magikarp Jump game you refused to write a review mo for.
I will not have a fish overtake one of my review mo!
Anyway, what's so good about it?
Well, barring the aggravating summoning system which hasn't yielded me any 4 to 5 star characters in months, the incredibly expansive and expanding character roster, the battle mode with a variety of maps to fight and win on, and the paper, rock, scissors, lance, sword, axe, book, bow, red, green, blue, lizard, Spock system, this truly is the pinnacle Nintendo mobile game to date, right next to Miitomo.
What about Pokemon Go?
Reword that sentence.
Go about Pokemon what?
No. What about Pokemon Go?
Isn't that the pinnacle?
Pokemon Go's uninteresting and unchanged playstyle, lack of PvP, lack of updates that change anything at all ever, and the fact they neutered themselves by removing in-car play could never stand up to the easily usable friends list, the online arena mode with generous rewards, and the daily login bonuses. Never say they compare.
Why?
The gaming gods will descend and personally exile you to awful game HE double hockey sticks.
Oh, shut up. I'll be good. I promise. We'll just move on.
James is taking a dump, so I'm going to quickly do this one. It's an absolutely abysmal game with boring play, uncooperative button controls, confusing mechanics, impossible AI, boring overdone sports, animation ripped straight from other games. What else? I don't know. It's a bad game. A bad game. And James was going to give a bigger time slot to this one, but just no. It's not going to happen. It tries desperately to stick more pieces to itself to appeal to gamers who played the previous sports games, but more does not equal better. Also, for some reason, Pink Gold Peach and Metal Mario make a reappearance. I have no idea who's in charge of character picks for games like this, but just give us a Luma or a Shy Guy. Anything but the stupid recolors. Okay, good. I was afraid I'd have to stall. Next! Well, the first half of the year has seen some fine games, really fine games, from Breath of the Wild to other things.
And because we don't have 20 minutes, and I'm really sick of editing this by now, we're going to give out some honorable mentions to games that we played but didn't really make it into a review mode this time around.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a quick-witted Hunger Games game that really seems fun for what it is. High stress and expensive loot crates don't ruin this experience.
Danger Zone, not to be confused with Clone Drone, is made by the same people who created Burnout, but this version removes the racing aspect of it. This game is all crashes all the time and it's pantloads of fun, sure to satisfy that arcade crashing feeling you've always had and wanted.
Riptail, a black and white white and red quick action game made in the vein of Castlevania, only you get one weapon and that weapon destroys everything. Work your way to the bosses of each area and cleave the dragon in twixt with your Dragon Slayer. Actually, this sword cleaves anything in twixt. It's just that awesome.
Shine S, The Lightning Kingdom, a fantasy RPG that focuses on a dying world, anthropomorphic animal creatures that kick major ass, and mysterious abilities that become stronger when the background of the battle arena changes. For some reason.
Bleed 2, a game that we appropriately named the Dark Souls of platforming shooter games, and it lives up to its name. Although it has a much more forgiving respawn points and doesn't force you to lose all of your cool weaponry. Colorful and entertaining.
Dystoria. Discretions with the distributor of the code to me aside, this game is pretty fun when you're not fighting gravity itself to stay on the level. The story is futuristic and manages to keep you guessing as you progress. Although why I'm the best candidate for saving the entire planet is a question all its own.
Necroball, a minigame made full game and wishing it had more to it than just really bad ping pong mechanics. Intolerably frustrating controls and strange design choices lead this game down a road I'm not sure any amount of fixes or patches could ever fix.
For Honor, a game I will never have the skill set to play well. It's fun in its own way and I really enjoyed cutting down my enemies when I did have the button combinations down. But otherwise this game is designed specifically for non-casuals and those with deep pockets, cause microtransactions.
Snake Pass, a game that tried so hard to be different, and it is, just not in the best way. Yes, you control a snake, and it does feel like you're controlling a real snake, and yes, everything is colorful and fun, but the nearly impossible collection quests in each level make this one a hard one to stay latched onto.
Plasma Puncher. This one is mentioned because it is a legitimately great game, and it breathes fresh air into the platform puncher genre that we see so rarely in gaming. It asks the tough questions until you unlock all the upgrades and basically become a god among germs. Punch the ever-living shit out of a virus, and then keep punching your way to the next.
Alright. I think that's all the major games we needed to mention.
You mean those that made it through the Andy approval process?
And some even snuck by the double AP, but that's okay. Just means I'll approve some of my own next Riiviewmo.
Join in the writing process and maybe you will.
We'll see. Anyway, everyone, thank you for joining us for our first half of 2017 Riiviewmo. We'll return in updated suits in December to deliver yet another half-year Riiviewmo. Until then, follow us to see more reviews and to get notified when the next Riiviewmo goes up. Thanks for watching.